Rome did not fall because barbarians invaded. It had been dying from the inside for 300 years, and the real causes tell us something uncomfortable about how great civilizations actually end. As you consider the decline of Rome, recall that in 27 BC, Augustus Caesar established the Praetorian Guard, a powerful military force that would later play a significant role in the empire's instability, with 26 emperors rising and falling in just 50 years, from 235 to 284 AD, and you might wonder, what happens when the very institution meant to protect the empire becomes its greatest threat? In the years leading up to Rome's decline, the empire was experiencing a period of relative peace and prosperity, with the Pax Romana, or Roman peace, lasting from approximately 27 BC to 180 AD, during which time the Roman economy flourished, with trade routes stretching from Britain to Egypt, and the population of Rome reaching over 1 million people by the 2nd century AD. The Roman legions, with their disciplined ranks and advanced engineering skills, had expanded the empire's borders, conquering much of Europe, North Africa, and parts of Asia, and by 117 AD, under the rule of Emperor Trajan, the empire had reached its greatest extent, with a total area of approximately 5.9 million square miles. As you look at the Roman Empire's vast territories, you might ask, can a civilization sustain itself when its borders are so expansive and its resources so strained? The main events that led to Rome's decline began to unfold in the 2nd century AD, with the Antonine Plague, which lasted from 165 to 180 AD, and is believed to have killed up to 5 million people, or approximately 10% of the empire's population, and was likely caused by the smallpox or measles virus, and this pandemic, combined with the over-reliance on slave labor, which accounted for approximately 20% of the empire's population, led to significant economic disruption, with the Roman economy experiencing high inflation, with prices rising by as much as 100% in some areas, and a decline in trade, with the Roman currency, the denarius, losing approximately 50% of its value between 100 and 300 AD. The Roman water supply, which was often contaminated with lead from the pipes, known as aqueducts, also played a significant role, with lead poisoning affecting cognitive function and contributing to a decline in the empire's overall health and productivity, and by the 3rd century AD, the Roman legions, once the backbone of the empire's military, were experiencing significant difficulties, with the empire's extensive borders making it difficult to maintain a strong and loyal army, and the introduction of the comitatus, a new military formation that emphasized mobility and flexibility, but also led to a decline in the traditional Roman values of discipline and loyalty, and you might consider, how can a civilization protect itself when its own military becomes a source of instability? The Roman Emperor, Septimius Severus, who ruled from 193 to 211 AD, attempted to reform the military, increasing the number of legions and improving their training, but his efforts were ultimately unsuccessful, and the empire continued to experience significant military challenges, with the Battle of Edessa in 260 AD, in which the Roman legions were defeated by the Sassanid Empire, marking a significant turning point in the decline of the Western Roman Empire. The empire's political instability, with 26 emperors rising and falling in just 50 years, from 235 to 284 AD, also contributed to its decline, with the constant power struggles and short reigns of the emperors making it difficult for the empire to maintain a consistent and effective government, and the Roman Empire's extensive trade networks, which had once been a source of strength, also began to decline, with the empire's merchants and traders facing significant challenges, including piracy, banditry, and a decline in the demand for Roman goods. The aftermath of Rome's decline was marked by a significant shift in the balance of power in Europe, with the rise of the Byzantine Empire, also known as the Eastern Roman Empire, which would survive for another 1,000 years, and the establishment of various barbarian kingdoms, including the Visigoths, the Vandals, and the Ostrogoths, who would eventually establish their own kingdoms and empires. And the legacy of Rome would continue to shape European society, with the Catholic Church, which had emerged during the Roman Empire, playing a significant role in preserving Roman knowledge and culture, and the Roman concept of law, which emphasized the importance of written codes and the rule of law, would also continue to influence European society, and you might wonder, what would have happened if the Roman Empire had been able to maintain its stability and continuity? The fall of Rome also had a significant impact on the development of European art and architecture, with the decline of the Roman Empire leading to a shift towards more regional and localized styles, and the rise of new forms of artistic expression, such as the Byzantine mosaics, which would become a hallmark of medieval art. As you reflect on the decline of Rome, consider the fact that in 410 AD, the Visigoths, led by Alaric, sacked the city of Rome, marking the first time in over 800 years that the city had been breached, and this event, combined with the eventual fall of the Western Roman Empire in 476 AD, when the Germanic king Odoacer deposed the last Roman emperor, Romulus Augustus, serves as a reminder that even the greatest civilizations can fall, and you might ask, what can we learn from the decline of Rome? And how can we apply those lessons to our own world today?